What if you died tomorrow? Would you regret how you spent your life? Do let me know in the comment section. Well, most of us waste years on autopilot, scrolling, stressing, and settling. Life is short. We treat time like it's free and unlimited. But in reality, it's the only thing we can't earn back. The average person lives about 80 years. Sounds long, in fact, very long, right? Wrong. That's only 4,174 weekends. And if you're 25, you've already burned through 1,304 of them. Crazy, it's gone and never coming back. Huh? If you live to 80, that's just 4,174 weeks. And you've already burned through a big chunk of those watching cat videos and scrolling through people's fake vacations on Instagram. Sound familiar? Don't lie, I know it does. But here's the kicker, time's ticking, bro. And no, you don't get a refund on those wasted hours. You think I should do it someday, but do you know what it means someday? Well, someday means tomorrow, which is never coming. In the next few minutes, you will learn powerful strategies to make your time count. All right, first things first. Life's not a rehearsal, dude. You don't get a take two. You waste your days on mindless scrolling, binge watching shows you won't even remember, and chasing stuff that doesn't matter. Imagine every day is a $100 bill. You gonna blow it on cheap junk or invest it in something dope? That's the mindset shift we need. I'm not here to make you panic. I'm here to help you actually do something with the time you've got. You think you have plenty of time? The average human lives 4,160 weeks. Sounds like a lot? If you're 30, you've already used 1,500. If you're 50, you're down to 1,000. That's it. Not 4,000 years, not 4,000 lives, just 4,000 chances to get it right. But here's the trap. We act like time refills like a Netflix subscription. It doesn't. Every minute you waste on things you hate is a minute stolen from things you'll never get back. Laughing with family, exploring the world, or building a legacy. An average human sleeps 1/3 of their life. Work another big chunk. Commute, doom scroll, overthink, repeat. That leaves you maybe 10% of your life for doing what actually matters to you. So, how do you spend your time wisely? Let's break it down. Chapter 1. Hack your time perception. Ever noticed how time felt different when you were a kid? Like, summer vacation? It was infinite. Sun-drenched afternoons, popsicles melting too slow, and days that stretch forever. Now, you blink, and it's already next month. Here's the twist. Time isn't just about clocks and calendars. It's about how your brain interprets experience. When you're young, everything is new. Your brain is soaking up fresh data constantly, making each moment feel rich and long. But as you grow older, routine kicks in. Fewer firsts, more autopilot. Days start to blur, and before you know it, a whole year vanishes in a scroll. Time isn't speeding up. Your perception is shrinking it. If you want to master time, start by understanding how your brain bends it. This is the time unit paradox. And it's not just your imagination, it's actually how your brain works. So, how does our brain measure time? Well, according to science, by recording new things. Think about it. When you first came into this world, everything was new. You didn't know how to walk, talk, eat, or run. Every day your brain was learning something new. You had to put in effort to understand and adapt. And because of this constant learning, time felt slow. But as you grew older, you learned the basics, and life became a routine. Now every day feels the same. Wake up at the same time, see the same people, eat the same meals, go to the same office, do the same work, talk to the same colleagues. And yes, even binge watch the same Netflix shows. All of this becomes normal for your brain, so it stops recording those moments. And that, my friend, is the trap of time blindness. But here's the good news. You can trick your brain. Take a different route to work, talk to a stranger, watch something new, learn a new skill, follow a new sport. Basically, kill your brain's comfort zone. Do as many new things as you can so your brain is forced to pay attention again. And when that happens, time starts to stretch once more. Oh, and one more thing. People often give up on their goals because they try to finish a whole month's work in one day. That overwhelms the brain and leads to quitting. Chapter 2. The deathbed test. There's a powerful tool called the deathbed test. Imagine you're 75 years old and you've only got 5 more years left. Looking back at your life, will you really care about that extra hour you spent at the office? Or will you treasure the moments you had with your loved ones? The truth is, most people spend their days being busy, not productive. They fill their schedules with tasks that feel important, but actually don't move the needle, like finishing a web series before sleeping. Sure, it feels productive, but deep down, your real priorities slowly slip away. And that's the difference between a successful person and someone filled with regret. Successful people have clarity. They have a mental roadmap. And most importantly, they understand this truth. Knowing what not to do is often more valuable than knowing what to do. Here's a tool to apply that mindset. It's called the two-list strategy. Step 1, write down everything you want to achieve in life. Big dreams, small goals, everything. Step 2, circle the top 3 that truly matter to you. Now look at the rest of that list. That's your avoid list. Anything outside your top 3, it's noise. It drains your time, your energy, and your focus. Social media, endless scrolling, TikTok, Instagram Reels. They steal your attention without you even realizing it. So what's the fix? Ruthlessly eliminate the non-essential. Focus only on what truly matters. Time is your most valuable asset. Don't waste it. Kick distractions out of your life and pour your energy into those top 3 priorities. Because the sooner you learn to crush your avoid list, the sooner you'll start moving toward the life you actually want. Chapter 3, the hidden value of relationships. Relationships are like a piggy bank. Every kind word, every thoughtful inaction, it's like dropping a coin in. And every time you ignore someone, cancel plans, or don't show up, clink. That's a withdrawal. Now, most people think relationships are built on big gestures, expensive gifts, fancy anniversary dinners, grand Instagram posts. But here's the truth. It's the small, real moments that actually matter. Like checking in with a friend for no reason, remembering the date of their marriage anniversary or job interview or kid's name, being there during their breakdown, not just their birthday. Those little deposits, they're what build emotional wealth. That's the real compound interest of connection. And hey, don't just focus on your inner circle. You know those people you only talk to once a month? The random coworker, the gym acquaintance, the online friend from that one Discord server? Yeah, those are your bridges to new business ideas, new opportunities, a whole new lens on life. Here's something surprising. Shared struggle builds deeper bonds than shared fun. Laughing together is cool, but surviving hard times together, that's where real connection lives. And if you're thinking, I don't have time for all this, here's the plot twist. When you give your time to others, it actually feels like you have more of it. Weird, right? But it's true. Helping someone, even in a small way, expands your sense of time and purpose. So next time you're about to scroll through TikTok for 2 hours, maybe just send that, "Hey, how have you been?" text instead. Might just be the best deposit you make all day. Chapter 4, Career and Life Purpose. Your best career opportunities aren't where you think they are. They're just one step outside your comfort zone. This is called the adjacent possible, the sweet spot between what you already know and what you can learn. I need to stay in my lane. That mindset is exactly what keeps careers stuck. The biggest career mistake? Chasing fame and money too early. In your early 20s and mid-20s, prioritize learning over earning. If you learn well, money will eventually chase you. Every new skill is like a lottery ticket. It might open doors to unexpected opportunities in the future. Always remember, money follows knowledge, not the other way around. Forget the old school career ladder. Today's career path is more like a jungle gym. You don't just climb straight up. Sometimes you move sideways, diagonally, or even backwards. But each move adds a unique skill to your toolkit, and slowly you become irreplaceable. But this job is comfortable. Exactly. That comfort can turn into career quicksand. The longer you stay in a role you've already outgrown, the harder it becomes to break free. Now here's a secret. When you're avoiding an important task, use that time to learn something new. That's called productive procrastination, turning procrastination into progress. Sometimes the things you put off the most end up revealing what you're truly passionate about. Chapter 5, Learning and Growth. In life, we experience many different types of effects, but one of the most powerful, it's called the teacher effect. If you really want to learn something fast, or even master a skill, try teaching it to someone else, even if you're not an expert yet. Why? Because when you explain something to others, you're forcing your brain to understand it on a deeper level. The more you practice, the more you teach, the faster you rise above the rest. But here's the catch. Our lazy brain loves to say, I'm not ready to teach yet. And that thought, that's the trap that pulls you backward. Here's my honest advice. Read biographies. Not only will you learn new things, but you'll also learn from the mistakes others already made. That's free wisdom, gained in just a few hours. Now, most people try to be good at everything, but smart people, they intentionally stay bad at some things. It's called deliberate amateurism. It keeps your brain flexible and your ego is in check. And those limitations in your life, time, money, resources, they're not your enemy. They're actually your superpower. They force your brain to become more creative. But instead of using creativity, most people blame time, blame money, or even blame fate. Truth is, the problem isn't outside, it's inside. Now here's something hardly anyone talks about. Everyone knows when to start something, but very few people know when to quit. And that's a real skill. Smart and successful people, they know exactly when to walk away. Because sometimes the thing you enjoy the most is the very thing holding you back. Now don't get confused. Never give up is a powerful message. But strategic quitting is a different kind of wisdom. One pushes you through challenges. The other helps you let go of what no longer serves your growth. Understand the difference. Let go and move forward. Chapter 6, Emotional Intelligence. Have you ever felt really angry when you're late for work and can't find a parking spot? Or felt deep peace when your daughter kisses you on the forehead? These emotions, anger, peace, frustration, all come from chemicals your brain releases. But here's the secret. Those chemicals only last for about 80 to 90 seconds. After that, you're back in control. But notice, some people stay angry for hours. That's not the emotion anymore. That's their choice. They haven't learned how to regulate their emotions. The truth is, once that 90-second wave passes, you're fully in charge. You get to decide, do I calm down and move forward or dive back into that emotional storm? This ability to regulate emotions, it's a superpower. And the more you master it, the further you'll get ahead of others. Most people try to hide their flaws and weaknesses. But smart people, they show their vulnerability at the right moment because it builds trust. Trying to look perfect all the time doesn't connect you to people, but being real does. Now let's talk about one of the biggest mistakes people make. Avoiding difficult conversations. These are like reverse compound interest. The longer you wait, the bigger the emotional debt becomes. That small issue you're ignoring today, it's growing bigger every single day. And here's something even most successful people swear by. Gratitude. If you feel grateful for someone, don't just keep it in your heart. Say it out loud. The more you practice gratitude in your daily life, the lighter, calmer, and more refreshed you'll feel, mentally and emotionally. So remember, you can't always control how emotions come, but you can always choose how long they stay. That's emotional intelligence. And it's one of the most powerful tools for a successful and peaceful life. Chapter 7, Financial Wisdom. Ever notice something? Anyone can make money if they work hard enough, but very few people know how to balance money and time. And that balance, that's real wealth. Most people, once they start earning good money, think, I've made it. I can finally buy everything I want. But here's the trap. If you're not smart about it, you're putting your freedom and time at risk. As your income increases, so do your expenses. You upgrade your lifestyle. Fancier car, bigger apartment, higher maintenance, more bills. And just like that, you fall into the trap of lifestyle inflation, running faster and faster, but getting nowhere. Now pause and ask yourself, what's more valuable, time or money? Would you rather earn $100,000 a year working 80 hours a week or make $70,000 a year working just 30 hours a week? Most people don't realize it. They buy stuff and rent experiences. But the truly successful people, they do the opposite. They rent stuff and invest in experiences. Because here's the truth. Experiences grow in value over time. Objects don't. So if you want real financial wisdom, stop chasing shiny things and start building time freedom. That's the wealth that really matters. We've explored everything, from how you perceive time to how you build meaningful relationships, from managing your energy to designing a life with purpose. All of it works together to shape a life that truly matters. Remember, time will pass, whether you make the most of it or not. Your habits shape your days shape your years, and your years shape your life. So start small. Choose one idea that struck a chord with you. Experiment with it, improve it, and make it your own. Because the best time to start living intentionally isn't someday, it's today.